So if you're moving to the Atlanta area and you're looking for a community feel that is close to the city, well, one place you might want to check out is Candler Park. It's full of amenities. It's a really cute neighborhood, very family friendly. I'm going to take you around this neighborhood, tell you what there is to do around here. And there's quite a bit to do actually. There's some great amenities here. So let's get into it. Let's talk all about living in Candler Park right now. Hey guys, my name is Molly and welcome back to my channel where I talk all things about living here in the Atlanta area, and today I am covering Candler Park. Now this is not the first time I have covered this neighborhood. I have done another video on it, but it was back in the winter time, so things were looking a little dreary. So I wanted to do another fresh take of this in the beautiful sunshine. Now it is a hot summer day, so I'm going to try to whip through this neighborhood as quickly as I can so I don't melt, and then you have to look at my drippy, sweaty face for the rest of the video. So here we are in Candler Park. Let me put up a map so you can see exactly where we are at, and you're going to see it's fairly central to the city, just a little east, but it is only about a 10-minute drive to the downtown area, 10 minutes to Midtown. It's about a 15-minute drive to the airport. If you're working over at Emory, this is a great news for you. It's about a 10-minute drive, and Buckhead is about a 20-minute commute as well. But I always say, like, if there is some bad traffic going on, if you're traveling during those peak hours, budge a little bit more time because you know traffic in Atlanta can get kind of crazy. Okay, so now that you know where Candler Park is at, I'm just going to start showing you what is in this neighborhood. And the first stop is right here, kind of on the eastern edge of this neighborhood. There's a little nook here right off of McClendon Drive where you can find a few places to eat. There's a Fellini's Pizza right behind me. There's La Fonda, a little Mexican place. There's the Candler Park Market. You can get wine here. They have a little sandwich shop in the back. A few little other shops. They did have the original Flying Biscuit here on the corner. It actually shut down earlier this year, and it has now moved over to DeKalb Avenue. So it's still in the neighborhood just along DeKalb, and it's still as good as ever. If you haven't been to Flying Biscuit, you're missing out. Definitely order the cheese grits sometime. I'm not even a grits fan, but they are pretty good, and their biscuits of course are amazing. So let me give you a quick stroll through here. So this is just like one little stop that people in the community can stop at and get something to eat. So I will take a quick breeze through here and then we'll keep on going. So there's a look at one little section where you can go grab something to bite to eat in this neighborhood. And I would say Candler Park is a walkable neighborhood. It's not probably as walkable as some other neighborhoods. I think of like Virginia Highland, Old Fourth Ward, City of Decatur. I feel like there's a little bit more to walk to, but there's certainly a few little places, cafes that you can walk to in this neighborhood. So I feel like Candler Park goes a little under the radar compared to the downtown City of Decatur area or Virginia Highland or Inman Park, just because, I don't know, I feel like it gets overshadowed by some of these other places with a little bit more of places to eat and that kind of thing. But Candler Park is a cute neighborhood full of bungalows, craftsman style homes. You got new, you got old. There's a few townhomes sprinkled in, a few condos sprinkled in as well. Mostly the condos are going to be on the older side, but just a sweet neighborhood. And I'm actually walking over to the next stop on my tour here of Candler Park, and that is the park in Candler Park called Candler Park. So I'm going to walk there next, show you what that looks like, and we'll go from there. and welcome to Candler Park. And you can see behind me, this is a huge soccer field. Looks like they're doing some kind of summer camp. And if you've got kids, they like playing soccer, this is the home of one place that you will see tons of kids coming to playing soccer on the weekends and practicing during the week. This is also the home to the Candler Park Fall Music Fest. And so they've got music, food, crafts, all that good stuff. So that's where this will be located at. They also have a swimming pool. I will say it's not like the most glamorous public swimming pool, but hey, when it's hot out, you know, beggars can't be choosers. So there is a pool there. And then I'm walking over to the playground now. The last time I shot this video of Candler Park, I can't remember if I showed a clip of the playground equipment, but it was cute. Like, I like taking my kids here, but it is getting a full upgrade. It looks amazing. They're still working on it, but I'll show you a shot of it. Some great playground equipment. I can't wait till it's done and I can bring my own kids here to play. So yeah, Candler Park has a ton of amenities. And I should also mention, on the other side of this park, there is a 9-hole golf course. So if you're into golf and you want to shoot a quick round, you can certainly do that right here in Candler Park. Now, right across the street from that 9-hole golf course is the Maryland Elementary School, which is right where I am standing right here. And yes, Maryland is zoned to the Candler Park neighborhood. And all the schools that are zoned to Candler Park includes Maryland Elementary, there's Howard Middle School and Midtown High School, all highly ranked schools. So you can imagine a lot of families are living in this neighborhood for the schools and frankly just all the amenities that you can get in this neighborhood, which is kind of hard to find in some other neighborhoods. You may get a park, but you may not get a pool. You definitely don't get a golf course anywhere else in the Intown neighborhood. So that is something unique. And now I'm just walking up a little north of here. You're going to hit Freedom Park Trail. That is a nice walking, jogging trail or biking trail to get some exercise on. You can follow it all the way over into the city of Decatur, or if you hang a left and head west, you can hop. It'll actually connect over into the Beltline. So yeah, the Beltline does not run through Candler Park. It's about probably like a mile away, depending on where you're at in Candler Park, of course, but you can connect from Freedom Parkway onto the Beltline and be on your way to Piedmont Park or something to eat over in Inman Park. So that's another great thing about Candler Park is that it is just surrounded by a lot of other fun neighborhoods. You have Inman Park, there's Virginia Highland that's catty corner from here, Druid Hills, there's Lake Claire, and then there is Edgewood to the south. So just a lot of fun places that you can get to from Candler Park. One other thing I'll mention, you got to do grocery shopping. Where do you do that? Well, I would say your quickest stop is over in the Edgewood shopping district, just south of here. And you can hit a Target, there's a Kroger. But if you're a Publix fan, just head across the street over into Ponce Highland. There's a Publix there. So like I said, a lot of things right here, very handy in the Candler Park neighborhood. Let me hop on this Freedom Park Trail and walk a little bit so you can see what it looks like. This is a great trail, right? Like I said, if you are into jogging, walking, biking, this is a very popular path and it connects right into the Beltline. But I wanted to point out these homes behind me. You're not going to see them just because of all the tree coverage, but I love these homes. They kind of look like they're Victorian style homes, but they were built in the early 2000s. So if you're kind of like the old charm but want something a little bit newer, then this could be a great option. Now these will run you around $1 million to $1.2 million. The one thing that I don't like about the location of these is that it is on North Avenue, which is a very busy road, and there is no off-street parking. So if you've got guests coming over, they have to park in your driveway. They can't park on the street. So that's the only thing I don't like about those. But if you hop over on the other side of this park, you'll find some newer homes just like this, but probably bigger, and it won't be on as big of a busy street. But let me talk about home prices. If you're wondering what does it cost to live in this neighborhood, well, one great thing is that it's not quite as expensive as Morningside or Virginia Highland or even Inman Park, which is right next door. But it does get pricey. The average price for a single family home is $937,000. Now, if you want a 3-bedroom, 2-bath, I would say you would have to pay somewhere between $7 to the high $800K range. If you want 4 bedrooms, you're definitely going to be paying $900K or more. If you get a 5-bedroom home, you're definitely paying over the $1 million mark. So the prices go up from there. A fixer-upper in this neighborhood would probably be around $500K. Now, the one thing I will caution you about Candler Park is that it's full of old bungalows, old homes. So some of these homes haven't been fully renovated or partially, or sometimes the floor plan is just a little wonky. So that's just something to be aware of when you're house shopping here in the Candler Park area. But there's a lot of cute, charming bungalows in this neighborhood. So if you like charm, you definitely can find that in the Candler Park area. Okay, there are condos in this neighborhood. They are a little sprinkled and scattered throughout this neighborhood, but I will say they are on the older side, and they're going to be those garden style type of condos. The average price for a condo in Candler Park is $282,000, but you're not going to get covered parking or any of that. So if that's something you're wanting, probably not going to find that here in the Candler Park area. And as for townhomes, you know, there's not a ton of townhome complexes in Candler Park. There's one that's a little bit on the older side. Those will run you in the $400K price range, or some that were built in the early 2000s that are bigger. And actually one is up here. I'm just walking up here on Moreland, and that is going to be over 3,200 square feet, 4-bedroom, 4.5 bath, and that'll run you in the high $800K price range. Speaking of Moreland, if you keep going up north on Moreland here, on the edge of Candler Park, you're going to run into what they call Little 5 Points. I'm not going to give you a full tour of this neighborhood, but I'll put up a few shots here so you can see what that looks like. And I would say this is just like a place for people that, you know, have the tattoos, the piercings, like the hookah pipes, want to just hang out in a casual bar, watch the United soccer game. This is where you would go for that. So that's right on the edge of the Candler Park neighborhood. But okay, I'm going to duck into the neighborhood, look at it, show you a couple of homes real quick so you kind of get an idea of what you get in the neighborhood, and we'll go from there. Now, as I make my way over to that first home example, one other pit stop you can make right here at Oakdale and McClendon is this cute little corner. It's called Sean's Market. He also has shops over in Piedmont Park. There's a cute little flower shop here on the corner. But yeah, Sean's is where you want to go for some great coffee, breakfast items, sandwiches, salads, that kind of thing. Excellent little spot here in Candler Park. Okay, let me keep going just a couple blocks up and I will hit my first home example. All right, for my first home example, it is right behind me. This is a 3-bedroom, 3-bath bungalow. It sold for $850,000. It's just over 1,700 square feet. Very cute home. It is a little bit more of a closed-off bungalow. You know, you got your separate kitchen, dining, living room, etc. But the kitchen cabinets have been updated. There's an extra office nook in the upstairs area. Super flat backyard. So this is an example of what you can get in the Candler Park area at this price point. And I will say this is on a very quiet, lovely street. I'm gonna walk around the corner and show you something that's just a little bit more expensive so you can just kind of see the difference. But remember, one thing in this area is that you're probably not going to get a garage unless you're getting kind of a new build like right behind me. Then yeah, you will get a garage, but most likely you're just going to have a driveway and no garage, just because these are a lot of older homes. So okay, let me head around the corner, show you one more home example that's a little bit more pricier so you can kind of just see the difference, and we'll go from there. Okay, one more example for you. This is right behind me. It's kind of hard to see because it's perched up on a hill, which is kind of gives it a little bit more of a private feel. This is a 4-bedroom, 2-bath home, just over 2,800 square feet. This is for $1.1 million, and this is like your quintessential large bungalow, large rooms. You've got a lot of original character like stained glass windows. There's the original fireplaces, so very beautiful bungalow, and it's a great walking distance to Little Five Points. But speaking of walking distance, I'm going to head around the corner, and down the street is one of the best barbecue places that you will find here in Atlanta, in my opinion. Now, I used to live in Houston where there was really good barbecue, and I think the best place here in Atlanta is the Fox Brothers Barbecue, and the original location is right here in Candler Park off of DeKalb Avenue. It gets busy, so just be patient if you're trying to order something. But yeah, really great barbecue. They've opened up some other locations in other parts of town, but let me go give you a quick shot of that. Okay, so I'm just outside Fox Brothers Barbecue, and I will say this is really good barbecue. Order the chopped brisket. It is really, really good. And they have a lot of sides, but yeah, chopped brisket is probably my favorite. This is located right on DeKalb Avenue and about Moreland Avenue. You can see right behind me, this is DeKalb Avenue, which is a very busy street. Right behind it, you have the MARTA line. And speaking of MARTA, there is a MARTA station in Candler Park, right on the southern end of the neighborhood. And it's just probably a few blocks up from this Fox Brothers Barbecue restaurant. And there is that new Flying Biscuit that is right over there as well. But you guys, this was a hot tour for you. It is probably like 90 degrees outside, but I wanted to get this one done before it got too late in the day. I am sweating bullets. I don't know if you can see it in this video, but trust me, I am sweaty, but I did it all for you. So I hope this was helpful for you. If you are thinking about making a move to Atlanta and you want further help with your home search, reach out to me, shoot me a text, give me a call, send me an email. All my contact information is down below. Whether you're thinking about making a move today, tomorrow, or next year, reach out to me. Let's have a conversation and just figure out what neighborhood would fit your lifestyle and your budget. So can't wait to hear from you. Thanks for joining me. If you see me out in the wild, make sure you say hello. But until next time, I'll see you around the neighborhood.